What is up, nerds, gamers, gamers, movie critics? I am all those things, and that is why you are here watching Burke the Nerd. And today is an exciting day because we are going to be bringing in anyone that wants to come on and talk about this crazy season finale of Invincible. It was seriously so good, and I'm so excited to just dive right into it. So we will be talking about it today. It's going to be a lot of fun. In the meantime, I'm just going to give quick thoughts before I bring people in. So give me a minute or two to kind of compose my thoughts, and then anyone that wants to come in will be able to join up. Let me temper this audio a little bit here so I can pull this up. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm going to be bringing people in and giving my thoughts. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, this is a spoiler discussion, so we're going to be talking about that now, but it's going to be a lot of fun. First off, impressions. This season was unreal. Like, this season really did give me I had no idea what I was getting into, and I was thoroughly shocked, impressed. We're not going to spend too much time on my thoughts. I'm going to bring people in first. I know Stormy is in the waiting room already, so I'm going to go ahead and bring him in and get his thoughts. Let me make sure I have my audio up right here. Let's see. What up, man? And so, as you guys, if you guys come in, just join. Let me know if you want to join up. Hop in the waiting room, and then I'll bring you in, and we can talk about it. Cool. All right. With that, I'm going to go ahead. Let me make sure I have this set up right. I'm gonna bring in Stormbreaker, aka Stormy. What is up, man?
Hey, what's up, Burke?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Dude, I'm hoping people watched it. You know, it might be a slower day because that. But this, what do you think about this episode? Was it not, or just this season? What do you think about this show? We'll get right into it. Waste no time here.
Look, what I think about show is, and I've been very vocal about this show,
Right.
over the last.
You cut out for a second.
Oh yeah, am I back?
Yes, you're back now. Yep.
Yeah. So, by the way, are you having like my face cam on or? Oh yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
I got it.
I was like, do I need to put my extra lighting on or not? No. So what I think about this show is that it's very, very, very good. I loved it, man. It's like I know it's like early to say it, but I think this show, in terms of quality and character development and like characters, this show is definitely up there.
It
with
is,
shows
for
like
sure.
It's up there with shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender and with shows like Teen Titans. It's up
Yep.
there. It's so good, man. And oh my god! And the best thing about the shows are the characters, man. All the characters have like a dynamic
Yep.
that's like cool to watch, and all those characters are different, and none of them have the same, and they all are. Every character in the show goes through problems,
Right. Yeah.
and I think that's so cool.
You're right. They focus on every character a lot. Obviously, we have our center-focused character, but I feel like every character does kind of get their time, and gets kind of a time to go through a struggle, to have this kind of arc. And you're right. This season, did you kind of know going into Invincible what you were going to get from this series?
Yeah, so I've read some of the source material. I know what it's about, but I'm going to say one thing: they changed up quite a bit. Not everything went quite as similar as it did in the comics. Now,
Okay.
I'm going to say one thing: like Mark Grayson and his mom, they are kind of like race band in this series, because like in the comics they are just white people. I'm
Okay.
sorry, and like they changed them to like half Asian over here,
Mhm.
and like actually what's her character's name again? Amber.
Yep.
Yeah, she's also like a white person in the comics, so she turned her into a black girl over here, and that's not a problem for me, and I think that's representation, that's needed.
Yeah, I think it's always good just to see a little bit more of a multicultural cast, which I do appreciate. It also probably because, well, I know that we have the voice of Glenn from The Walking Dead. I'm gonna blank on his name. Isn't it Stephen
Stephen Yeun.
Stephen Yeun, yeah. So I know that he's voicing the main character, so that makes sense there. But yeah, I think it was really and I think that's also because the director is the Walking Dead director, right? Robert Kirkman.
Yep.
So and there's a couple other Walking Dead cast alum in there as well somewhere. I can't remember exactly.
There are like a lot of like Walking Dead actors and actresses who had like roles in this show. I don't really remember which one played. I think the blue guys, like the ones that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they are voiced by Michael Cutlitz, who played Abraham.
Oh, okay. Yep. I remember Abraham.
I think that was him, and I think, and I'm not sure. Adam Eve is also voiced by someone from the Walking Dead, but I don't remember who.
No, I'm just curious. Okay, Invincible cast. I need to know now. It's gonna drive me crazy. Hey, Tim, what is up? My favorite nerds. Hey, you're our favorite nerd too. J.K. Simmons is Omni-Man. Did someone tell me that? And I just didn't realize, because now I see it. I did not realize. Mark Hamill? I did not.
Mark Hamill is the guy who makes the costumes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And then Zazie Beetz, who is she's Domino, right? Zazie Beetz plays Domino in Deadpool, and she plays Amber. Gillian Jacobs. And, okay, all right. I'm putting.
The guy who voices Cecil is the guy who plays Sonny Birch in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yep, I'm seeing that. We have Zachary Quinto, who plays the dude from Heroes, the villain from Heroes. I'm so glad y'all are here right now. Dude, we're glad you're here right now. This is like, I'm just excited to talk about this series. Have you watched it, Tim? Have you watched Invincible? If not, you're going to get some spoilers. But Jason Mantzoukas, he's in here as well. I did not realize how many stacked cast members. John Hamm, Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali was the rock guy.
Yeah, Clancy Brown. Ross Marquand, again, another, and Lauren Cohen, who's War Woman. I did not know Lauren Cohen was War Woman, who is Glenn's wife in, what's her name? Maggie? Margie? What's her name? Why can't
I don't remember.
Glenn's wife in Walking Dead.
Maggie.
Invincible is awesome, Tim. It really, really is. Yeah, there's a lot of Walking Dead cast members. Dude, Jeffrey Donovan, the dude from Burn Notice, is in this? What the heck? Who is not in this? And Jonathan Groff from Mindhunter. You got Lenny James, who plays the dude with the bow staff in Walking Dead. You got Ross Marquand, who's like I forget. He's another guy in Walking Dead. Huge Walking Dead cast, but a lot of just other really famous actors. Clancy Brown, most notably from Highlander. The villain in Highlander. The show got me when they introduced this auto-tune voice dude. That's Robot? Was that Robot that had the auto-tune voice dude, or was there someone else? I forget.
Oh, I don't know that.
I can't remember who that was. But yeah, this is a stacked cast. I didn't even realize how stacked it was. I recognized a ton of voices, but not all of them. There was a Rick and Morty voice in there at one point, right? There was Rick and Morty voice actors in this. Yeah, Justin Roiland. Justin Roiland. I knew it. I knew that I heard Rick and Morty voices. He played the frat bro. Let's see what else he played in here. He played the frat bro. He played the show got he said hold up. Let's see. Justin Roiland and Seth Rogen plays Alan. That makes sense. Alan the alien. By the way, I don't know if we talked about this earlier. We just recorded a podcast like an hour ago. And but we talked about The Boys and Invincible just kind of briefly. Seth Rogen is behind both of those. Seth Rogen is doing work in the dark superhero kind of stuff. Kind of crazy. Mahershala Ali plays Titan. Let's see. I'm really just want to know who Justin Roiland played. He just played Doug Cheston, and the punk kid. Okay, cool. Now I know. I'm talking about Machine Head. Oh, yeah, Machine Head.
Dude, Machine Head, I thought he was voiced by Daft Punk.
Voiced by
Machine
Daft
Head,
Punk.
yeah, Machine Head is that guy with his like with his auto-tune voice. With the chip in his head.
Dude, Machine Head was kind of dope. Machine Head kind of has that like Kingpin vibe, but like a like I love it because there's some stuff that's just like straight up feels like ripoffs of like comic book characters, but at the same time like they're all just they all feel so good in the place that they fit in here. Seth Rogen also voiced the orange dude from space. Alan the alien who went to the wrong planet. Yeah. So kind of getting into it, what did you think about the actual like episodes? Did you have a favorite episode?
My favorite episode was it's a difficult one. It is either the finale or the last episode. I think my favorite goes out to episode 7, so the last one before the finale.
Right. I'm trying to remember exactly what each episode was, because these episodes, I mean, I binged the first 7. I binged the first 7 episodes because I didn't catch on to it. Everyone's been recommending it forever, and then I just caught up when it was I was watching the Falcon Winter Soldier and everything. I got caught up.
Tim, I see you in chat like talking about this show and giving your takes. Like, join the chat, man. I wanna chat with you sometime.
Yeah, man, you're welcome to join up if you want.
If
not, that's all right. I know.
No problem if you don't want to.
Not into that stuff, which is totally cool. But I want to talk. Yeah, I do want to talk about some theories and some, and then maybe even get into talking about kind of like what exactly, like what did you expect? So what did you think Omni-Man's motivation was?
Yeah. Well, so I actually already knew that the Viltrumites were like kind of like shitheads.
Yeah.
Call it that way.
Yep.
I said it as PG-13 as I could. So, yeah, his motivation, like it got explained that Viltrumites are just like they are just out to conquer worlds, and
right.
But with Nolan, with Omni-Man, it's kind of difficult because he left Mark at the end of. Oh, so we are going to talk.
This is spoilers. This is all spoilers.
Okay. So yeah, he left Mark at the end and he flew away crying and in tears. So I don't remember what happened in the comics, but I thought that there was like a slight bit of like humanity in him left. I think he will get redeemed by the end, but I'm making myself very worried about the mom, about Debbie.
Yeah.
Because what happened in the comics, and I don't know if I can. Do you want me to talk about it?
I don't know. Like so that's where I'm hesitant because it's like I don't know how close this is. It's unlike Marvel, where Marvel is like
no. Oh no. So look, the base storyline is the same as the comics, but they are just doing things different. But like everything that happened in the comics will probably come in this show. But what I wanted to say, why I made myself like worried about the mom, about Debbie, is because in the comics, she can't take that. She can't take whatever happened with Nolan and with Mark, so she becomes an alcoholist.
Oh yeah, alcoholist. Yeah.
So how do you say it?
Alcoholic.
An alcoholist? An alcoholic. Oh my god, I said it in Dutch. An alcoholic.
An alcoholist sounds like something like where you make alcohol, but like that's not even how you say that.
Yeah, like.
And all good, Tim. All good, man.
Over here we say an alcoholist, but yeah, I know, an alcoholic. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and Tim, I just appreciate you being here and being in the chat. So chat it up as much as you want in there. I'll read every single one of them out loud so you can still be a part of the conversation. And if ever one day you do want to join, we're always here. By the way, we have our weekly discussions that I have not been able to attend for, and so they haven't really been happening, but I want to keep doing those again soon.
Tim, if coming on stream is a bit too much to me for you, hit me up in your free time, man. I'm free most of the. I'm free all time next week. So hit me up if you want to talk like only with me, because like I think Tim is like a little hesitant. I think Tim has like the same problem I had in the beginning when I came on. I think Tim, hit me up, man. We're going to talk.
Yeah, and I know Tim having like Stormy might also be easier to talk to just because he's also non-native English, but like same
we
here.
can,
I would join that call too if you wanted to just like us three to chat. That'd be great.
Tim, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, dus hit me up.
Okay, I don't, but I understand some. I understand. I took 1 semester of German, but I audited it, so it was no grades, so I wasn't really fully into it because I was still taking Mandarin at like the 4th year level, so it was like a little bit, I had a priority there. But so that's the thing is like I could see that happening for her. It definitely seems like she's gonna have some sort of journey along those lines. She's gonna have some other journey to deal that she's gonna have to struggle with. But I'm just very I don't think that the dad is gonna be redeemed.
No, he's not going to be redeemed,
but I don't think we see that there is some humanity that rubbed off on him, right? But that's just crazy to see that flip of the switch, and it's also like it's really cool to see this storyline. Obviously, there's some like Superman-esque like lines to this, but I did predict it. I was like, okay, they probably send one to each planet to control the planet and stuff, but it just seemed too like he was so vicious. And then like the flip of the switch here, I'm like, oh, okay, that's just who he is, and he was just really good at hiding it. This show is good. It does such a good job with our main villain, you know, but there's also like a hopelessness. Why did he leave? He didn't need to leave the planet. Why did he leave? And why is he going back to Viltrum? Does he need Viltrum for something? Like, because it seems like he could take the planet on his own.
We don't even know if he's going back to Viltrum, you know?
True. Also, do you think he has another...
Go ahead.
I was thinking about this. Because he's a Viltrumite, do you think there's a chance that he has a wife on Viltrum? Like, has it? Because think about it this way, like...
Oh my god, I can't go into spoilers right now. This is something that I'm not going to spoil.
Dang it.
No. He doesn't have a wife on Viltrum, but there's a thing that happened in the comics that I can't talk about right now.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it, I'm like, he could like have a girlfriend or wife on Viltrum, and like he's like, I just had to have a kid because that's like what I'm supposed to do here, my duty. But like we live for thousands of years, so this is just an Earth wife. It's like a week vacation for me in real life. So like in my lifetime. So going away with like leaving a girlfriend or a wife for that long, like from him, isn't that big of a deal, right? I totally could see him having like a significant other back on Viltrum or something like that. Hot take. I think the finale was one of the weaker episodes. Tim, that's interesting. You know what? I don't disagree, but I think it did exactly what it needed to do. I don't think you're right. I think you're right in the sense that it probably wasn't like one of the stronger episodes, but I think it was like for what they had to do, that point, it was interesting. I did think that like Invincible got more invincible in this episode because he was getting tossed around way more than he's ever been tossed around, and he held it. He really took it this time versus like in the fight with the power broker. I mean the the man in the techno man. What's his name? Machine Head. With Machine Head, like that fight, he got destroyed. And like he was in the hospital for like forever.
Oh man!
And like this one, he was getting thrown through buildings constantly.
But there's a thing that character who we got slammed by, like the tiger head guy.
Yeah.
He's like one of the strongest being in this universe. So
that's
he's stronger
too,
than
right?
He's stronger than Viltrumites. He's like kind of like a. And like Nolan and the other Viltrumites are very strong. So
yeah.
I think also like he tried to kill him, but I think because he's a Viltrumite, he didn't kill him and he was just injured.
That's another thing I'm curious about is like, I mean, obviously the Viltrumites are super strong. Are they gonna like? Do you think like they're gonna like? Do you think they're gonna team up with villains to take him on? I'm like really curious how this is gonna look. And is he gonna get the other Viltrumites and bring him there? Because like, why would you do that when? Like, you could conquer it unless he's just trying to tell them, hey, they're ready for conquering, or I have no clue what's going to happen. I literally have no clue what we can expect. There's 2 more seasons already confirmed. I don't have any clue what could happen.
Yeah. I mean, the comic material I read is like only the first season, so I know some things that happen, but I can't really talk on anything that's going to happen because I don't know anything.
Right.
I just know things that happened in it.
Right.
Look, I'm going to tell like a fun story.
Yeah.
My best friend, Dennis, he's like, he was like saying to me like, there's this Invincible thing, it's super cool, they're making like an Amazon series. Right. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And he was like, but you're gonna like it, it's by the same, it's by the same writer as The Walking Dead. I said like, oh cool, but like, okay, it's like another superhero show. But then the trailer came out, man, and I was like, oh damn. And I was like, I'm going to catch up with the source material. And I read that and I watched this show and now I'm in love.
Yeah. Dude, I seriously could not agree more. Also, side note, Tim says episode 5 and 7 were my favorite. I'd agree. 7 is my favorite. I would honestly it's like, I don't say the first episode's my favorite, but the best scene obviously is in the first episode of the whole series. I mean, that fight in the first episode is the best scene in the whole series. Like, at least that's how I see it. I liked episode 5 a lot. I'm trying to see what other episodes really stuck out to me. Episode 3 was pretty good.
Wait, which was the...
That was the Mount Rushmore one, and him dealing with becoming a superhero for like the first time.
Which was the episode with the aliens?
2.
Yeah, 2 was good. I think my favorite ones were like episodes 1, 2, 7, and 8.
Okay. Also,
but like all those other episodes were great. No, the episode with the episode with Machine Man and with the Tiger guy, 5. Was that episode 5? Yeah, yep. 5 and 7. Those are my favorites. Yep. I think.
And Tim says, yeah, I agree with the end of the episode 1 being the best scene, though. And he said, the laser beam in episode 7. Yeah. Dude, it was just this whole... Man, what's crazy to me is they actually could have beaten Omni-Man. They could have beaten Omni-Man episode 7 had Invincible knew. Had Mark known going into it, they could have beaten Omni-Man. Had Mark known before, if they had reached him before that scene, before he helped him fight that big monster thing, it could have helped him. I love how everything is relevant. I love how the robots that they built at the college is like still relevant to the story, and I love, my favorite character is Cecil. Cecil is my absolute favorite character.
Oh, he's fantastic.
He's like Nick Fury, but he's literally like, listen, like I need to do everything. Like I am literally like, I don't care what evils I need to work with and what bad things I need to do. Like we need to take this guy out. It's that, or like, he's like, I got to do what I got to do here. I really love it. I think that he's a really well written character, and he has heart to him. You can tell he's like, I hate to like, I don't want to call you back into work, but everyone else called off their shifts, and he's the manager. Like, hey, I know it's your day off, but everyone else called off, and we got no one else to call.
I mean, it's basically it's basically the life of a superhero. You have to be ready to fight at every moment.
Yeah. So, who's your favorite character?
My favorite character? Well, I don't want to be cliche and say Mark. So,
all right, we'll take Mark off the list. Let me know if it's Mark, but then tell me what your second favorite, I guess, is.
No, Mark is my combined favorite with Robot.
Really, you like Robot the most?
I like Robot. I did not expect what was going to happen with Robot in episode 7. I thought Robot was going to really turn heel, but like, there's one thing, he's a weird one, because like he made himself a kid body,
Right.
to be together with another girl in a kid body. I was like, yo, that's a little bit like
It's like
on the edge, but yeah.
it was that was what was interesting because it was like he's yeah, because they're both adults trapped in kids' bodies. So he was like, at least that can be relatable. And he's like, I like her. Yeah, it was weird, right? It was definitely weird. I love that, like, I love the character though. I feel like he's definitely been weaker than he's going to end up being. Like, I think we need to see him size up. I don't really like his appearance. Like, I don't like his robot body, the way it looks. I would like him to have like a cooler looking body.
Not to be like, I'm going to keep it PG-13, but
Yeah.
why does he needs to have like a robotic dick on his head?
I don't know. Like that's the thing is like he literally like he just looks weird. I don't like his design of the character, but like if you can make a robot, why is this your robot? Also, like I liked what I saw him do when he was facing the two clones. I would love to see him do something like that, but like where he's controlling multiple bigger robots and stuff like that. I would love him to be more like a center point and controlling a bunch of drones. I feel like they're gonna do that and make him stronger, but like he has potential to be way stronger than I feel like he's actually touching into. Did y'all notice how the first episode started kind of slow and in the end they just kill everyone?
And I think that was such a clever thing to do, because like you have that whole episode letting people think that it's just like another superhero show, and then you have that last scene with like Omni-Man killing the Guardians of the Globe, and then people are like shocked and like, oh, this is not what we did expect.
Right. They held out intentionally on any blood or gore for the entirety of that first episode, intentionally making it look tame so that we'd associate it with other like cartoon superhero stories. And then that way, once they came out with it, we'd be like, oh my goodness. But that's a really good observation, Tim. I definitely noticed that. It was very, yeah, that was fun. Also, so I have another question. Well, I have a comment and then I have a question. Or two comments. One comment, Robot absolutely has favoritism, because I remember him saying when he was picking the Guardians of the Globe team, he's like, wow, we have so many we have so many team members in this. What like Rexplosion sucks. He's terrible. He's absolutely he's not good. He's not a useful superhero. I'm sorry to say it. There were so many other better contenders to be on the team than Rexplosion. He should not have been in the Guardians of the Globe team. He should not have been there. He's the worst of them, and his explosions never do anything. I've never seen his explosion throughout the entire season do actually anything. He's only there because Robot actually had favoritism. He didn't want to admit it. And so there's other strong people that they overlooked, which leads to my question, which is, what is the former Guardians of the Globe member, now also Guardians of the Globe member, what's his powers? The one that lost his powers and got his powers back?
Oh, Samson, Black Samson, or
Black
what
Samson.
was he called?
Yep, Black Samson.
Well, did we ever actually see him use his powers?
We have not. So that's why I'm asking. I'm curious.
I think I don't remember, but I think I'm holding on. I think they are holding on for that because I think his powers are like very strong. But I don't remember. I think Black Samson is a show created character. I don't think he was in the source material. I'm not sure.
It seems like a Black Adam playoff, maybe.
It could be. Look, I could always see. I could see that like he could be some kind of like another Superman type of character.
Right. I also love that there's kind of two in this story. Like we have like a Mortal Man who is literally like Immortal Man actually did some work on what's his name? Why do I keep forgetting his name? Omni-Man. He actually put some work in. Honestly, I'm glad that they're reassembling him and bringing him back. I love that that's kind of part of his power set. That as long as you put his body back together, he'll regenerate. Which is weird why they buried him in the first place if they knew that was possible. But maybe they didn't know, and it's just weird to me. I don't know why they didn't really do that. I'm looking forward to more spoof characters that we're gonna see. Do you know of other spoof characters that we can expect to see in this universe?
I'm sorry, but what do you mean with a spoofed character?
So like we noticed like all of these characters are kind of based on other characters in other comics. Are there other comic-based characters that we're gonna see come up?
Yeah, so there's a character called Dinosaur,
Okay.
and he's basically Devil Dinosaur, but he's a bad guy. Devil Dinosaur is a good guy. I mean, he's a good dinosaur. You know Devil Dinosaur from Marvel?
No, I don't actually.
No, so you have this. I'm sorry to, but I want to talk about it.
Do it.
So in Marvel, in the Marvel universe, you have the Savage Land.
Right.
And the Savage Land, you have characters like Kazar and Zabu, like Kazar with a saber-tooth tiger. But you also have a character called Devil Dinosaur, and he's like this big, red, gigantic T-Rex. And he had like a partner called Moonboy. And Moonboy at some point dies in the comics. And then there's this girl called Moon Girl, and she's an Inhuman. And she has the power to transfer her own soul, no, her own her ghost, to call it that way. She can transfer. No, I know it. I got the word. She can transfer her consciousness into other people's bodies. So she works together with this dinosaur, and she can put her consciousness into the dinosaur.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
going to
I do know the comic character. I do know the Marvel character. You're right. Wasn't she in Wasn't she in one of the Hulu series, or am I wrong about that?
She wasn't. But
Okay.
there's this big rumor that she's going to. There was this big rumor that there's this attraction in that's going to open in Disneyland with in Marvel Campus with Spider-Man attraction.
Okay.
So there's like this big rumor that that Spider-Man. It won't be like really canon to the MCU, but it will be like kind of adjacent, like the rides over with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
So there's this rumor that Moon Girl and Squirrel Girl are going to play a role in that attraction.
Oh,
now,
cool.
That's like a very obscure rumor out there right now, but like it could happen.
That'd be cool. I'm down for it. Oh, by the way, I looked up Black Samson. He is one of the comic characters. I could look up and see the powers. How do we feel about that? Do we want to know?
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what's up with this character, man.
All right. I'm not gonna look up like death or anything like that, or like spoilers or anything. He has a power that grants him super strength, invulnerability, and enhanced speed, stamina, and reflexes. Okay. So he's very similar. Yeah. He has some rejuvenation powers that can give him temporary energy boosts. Let's see. Yeah, so he just has he's just generic super powered. Like everyone, like a mortal. Except for mortal, obviously. Yeah. There's also I got a spoiler, and I'm not gonna share it with everyone, but I got a spoiler about about something I think I asked about earlier that I'm sure you knew about, and so I'm not, which is probably what you were referring to. So I'm not gonna talk about it unless Tim wants to know a comic spoiler. I'm actually gonna refer.
Are you talking about like with the wife on another planet or something?
Yes, I'm gonna refrain from the spoiler because I'm gonna put this on YouTube, and I don't want anyone else to have. I don't want to ruin it for anyone else, so I'm gonna avoid for it. I'll avoid it, but I'll drop it maybe in the Invincible spoiler discussion over on our Discord as well, which is the link down in the description, or you can put !Discord if you're live on Twitch right now with me. Yeah, there's so many interesting characters. Is this saying that William becomes a? Oh, it looks like he's holding a bow and arrow, like he becomes like a Green Arrow kind of knockoff. We have Shapesmith, Rexplode. I see. What are some other interesting characters?
Burke, can you look at our chat right now, really quick?
Yeah, let's do it. Let me check, see what you got.
Don't say it out loud on the
Yeah,
stream.
yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. There's more than that too. But yeah, I'm seeing all that stuff. Yep. Yeah, there's a ton of new cool characters. I'm excited to see kind of what ends up happening here. Yeah, there's so much cool stuff that they could do with it. Bro, I kind of love that we know nothing about this show in the universe. See, that's a cool thing, right? This is how it must have felt like. It's been so long since I felt this about like Marvel, right? Or DC. So this is kind of like we're learning about a new full comic universe that's like totally refreshing. It's like if we started the MCU over as a from new eyes, and we were learning about Marvel as we're watching the shows, movies, and we get to learn and be like, oh, these are the things that could happen in the stories. That's really cool. I really like that we're on the forefront of that as opposed to as opposed to in the past, like to now with Marvel and DC, where we're kind of like we know everything there is to know about it. Every way it could go, we kind of have talked about, and we have things to talk about. This is kind of new territory. I really like that. As for what's gonna happen, what are your speculations for season 2? What do you guys think of what's gonna happen next for season 2?
I have a feeling. So the mom is going to become an alcoholic. I think that's like something that got foreshadowed with her, like at the end. Yeah. I think Mark is going to fall into a depression. He's going to.
I don't know how you don't suffer like PTSD or something after being thrown through PTSD.
Yeah. So and like he's together with Amber also right now, but I think he's still going to fall in love with Adam Eve.
Yeah. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, like she came back to him, but it seems like a pity of coming back to him. Like, oh, all this happened to you. I feel bad. Let's get back together. But ultimately, the fact that she left, like, I think she's awesome. I think like she was great, but like she's a great person, but I don't think she's right for him because at the end of the day, she wasn't really. She made good points. Like, you're not going to be there for me, and I can't do that. And that was fair. And I think she's going to end up they're going to end up getting back to that point. I think ultimately she came back together out of like a pity type of feeling, not really like, I don't think they should be together. I think at the end of the day, like it goes back to like her and Eve have a little bit more of a shared commonality there. It's going to lead towards them being a better fit. But yeah, I mean, other than that, do you other predictions? I feel like I don't know where it feels weird to me that Omni-Man left the planet. I didn't know, but I also don't know what could have happened if he didn't, right? So it seems to me like we're gonna have a good couple of episodes in the next season of him not being there.
Nolan. No, I don't think Nolan will be in episodes in season 2, except for maybe like one scene or something, like where he is right now. But I think they will keep him for season 3.
Yeah, I actually, you know what? That's a good point. Like maybe he comes back at the end of the second season. I like that as him being like a looming threat instead of like, because for him, he's in no rush to come back and get this over with. And so that gives time for Invincible to become stronger. So you're right. There's probably going to be another villain as the main antagonist of the next season. I wonder who that's going to be. I don't know that I would know them or who it would be, but is there, maybe they'll send, that's another good point. Maybe he goes back and he says, hey, I'm compromised. Send someone else to finish the job because I can't see I don't have the heart to finish kill my son or something like that. So maybe we get another Viltrumite as the next antagonist for the next season, and he has to beat that Viltrumite. And because I see here there's like a General Craig in the comics. Maybe he's a Viltrumite. Maybe they send him, or it could be any number of supervillains that take the reins as the the horde of things from Mars. We saw that they got back to Earth. So I mean that could be a whole season right there of that, dealing with that plot line and having to resolve that. Yep. That could definitely be something that we see as the next season. It'll be cool. I actually hope, because I think Immortal's going to come back next season quickly. I would love to see Immortal be a mentor to Invincible, and kind of take on the like mentor role that Omni-Man was for that period of time, and actually have Immortal be the one that teaches Invincible and mentors Invincible. I think that'd be really cool. We can see him maybe come back to the Guardians of the Globe. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll just focus with the on doing something separately. I think we're gonna see some new characters, obviously, which is exciting. I hope they retain the level of fragility that each character has, where in an instant the character can just lose their lives. Like, you can just lose a character; they can be dead in an instant. I like the fragility that they bring to the characters. But I've seen in the past with every show, there's a fragility where in the first season they make you feel like it's really bad, like really everyone's really fragile because they kill a lot in the beginning, because it's the beginning of the show and those characters were never really meant to be a long-standing character. But then as you get to later seasons, and we know this with Robert Kirkman particularly, that when you get to later seasons, you start to kind of hold tight to the characters you do have and you've built up, and you don't really make them as fragile as the rest of them. So I really would like to see more. I don't want to see his friend William die. I'm with you there. I want to see Invincible be actually invincible like his dad. I also agree. Though honestly, even for being almost invincible, he almost got killed by the Guardians of the Globe, and he almost got killed in episode 7. So like, he can be killed, right? And we see, based on his Viltrumite being back in Viltrumite, that Viltrumites can be killed too. There, obviously they killed half of the Viltrumites there.
Well,
so
here's one thing. I think the Viltrumites are going to look at him as a traitor because he flew away from Earth, not doing his job. So I think I think he can't even return to Viltrum, because he will be killed, because they will look at him as a weakling.
Or maybe he just returns to Viltrum and then they like arrest him or something like that, or they send him to another planet to decimate those to make up for it or something like that.
Because like they explain in the finale
they kill people on weakness. You're right.
They kill the weaklings, so he's emotionally weak right now. So I think he's not going back to Viltrum. I think he's very, very sure of that.
So where would he go though? Like, because he flew so far and seemingly towards somewhere.
How many planets are there in the universe? I don't know.
Right. Yeah. It just seems odd, right? Maybe he just flew to some lonely planet for solitude, right? I love when Omni-Man killed that whole planet. Yeah, that was wild. This show is kind of crazy in the way it does that. I definitely would love to see Immortal be a mentor role to Invincible. I think that would be cool. I would love to see that. And then I think you're right. I think a season without Omni-Man to have, even though Omni-Man is such a great character, but like, you're right. If he's there, what can you do? There's never going to be room for Invincible to grow and actually become to the point where he could fight him. So yeah, I want to see speculation on that. I want to see a little bit more, some more explanation where Omni-Man went. But then I also want to see, Invincible kind of take his own reins and start to deal with other villains. Because at the end of the day, his fight with his father is going to be, that's like a season-ending thing. Like that's when you want to end the show, or that's when you want to want to really finish the character's arc, right? Or at least, and if not finish the arc, like that's at least like a major plot point. You don't want to hit till a little bit later. So I think definitely that's something that, like, right now Invincible can't even get a meaningful shot on Omni-Man, like even a meaningful punch. That to me is like, we're 2 seasons out from him being able to do anything meaningful to Omni-Man. That's my perspective on it. Any other theories? Any other last minute thoughts?
Not really, man.
What about you, Tim? You got anything else? I was kind of sad. I thought Omni-Man would be more complex than being the bad guy. You know what I mean? Landon, he just got here. I guess we'll keep going. Well, Landon, you're welcome to join the voice chat if you'd like. We're going to go for probably another 10 minutes talking about the episode. So, and then I'm going to put this on YouTube today. So that's the goal, at least. So if you got stuff you want to say, you can hop in, or if you can type it in the chat and I'll read it out. Whatever you'd like to do, just let me know. And then, but what do you think? What do you think about the episode? Or the season, I guess.
Berg, I'm going to have to leave it at this if you don't
good,
mind,
man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. Have a great day, guys.
Yeah, you too, man. Take care. So I'll hop back here until unless anyone wants to hop on. But dude, this episode, this show just in general just was so good. Can't wait to see how this goes going forward and how Mark and his mom cope with this nonsense. So Stormy said his theory is that she's going to become an alcoholic. Apparently that is something that happens in the comics. We will see if that actually pans out here. I have a theory that Mark is going to become mentored by Immortal. I think Immortal might become a mentor figure to him because we see Immortal being reassembled in the final episode. So it's possible maybe he will be regenerated, right? And then I didn't realize the audio was so loud. The music was so loud, by the way. Sorry about that. So maybe he will be regenerated, and then we will see him dealing with, like, him training him, because they do have similar power sets, right? I'd like to see that. I don't think Invincible is going to join the Guardians of the Globe, though. I think they're going to still be kind of their own thing. Stormy also had a theory that we're not going to see we won't see Omni-Man return until after this next season, because wherever he's going, he's going to wait. And it also gives some breathing room to Invincible to be able to train and get better. Bro, I literally haven't heard one single person saying something bad about the show. Everybody loves it. I know. Everybody loves it. It's kind of, that's a hard thing to see. Can't wait to see. Oh, I just read that. Yeah. Do you have anyone have any big theories or anything like that? And again, Landon, if you want to come on and give your thoughts, we're going to be on for about 5-10 more minutes left, unless nobody has anything else to say, then we'll call it a little early. But this show has been so good. I'm trying to see who else I would like to see show up. Who is this? Grant Regent Thrag. He's a leader of the Viltrumite Empire. That's cool. I don't know that there will be any redemption for Omni-Man. I do wonder if that would happen. I have to take a phone call. Work kills me. Well, that's all right. Then we might end it here for today. And I will be popping this on YouTube. So again, if you guys are watching this on YouTube on playback, comment below and let me know what you guys' thoughts are on the season. And if you guys have any questions, I could do some like lore videos or something. Could be pretty fun to do, and some speculations and dive into some of the stuff that happens in the comics. Maybe what we could expect. Do some theory videos. That could be a really fun video to do. So again, Landon and Tim, I appreciate you guys being here. Stormy, again, thank you for coming on. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So I'm going to end it here. I really appreciate you guys. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more kind of stuff like this, we do Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and a lot of other stuff here on the channel. So it's a lot of fun. And yeah, comment below if you do want to actually see me do, or you can tell me in the chat, if you do want to see me do some more Invincible content in the next coming weeks, putting out videos on maybe some like what to expect, some lore stuff, maybe doing some breakdowns. I would like to do stuff like that more often on the channel. So if you want to see kind of stuff like that as well, let me know. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to head out here. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for being a part of the Berkner community, and I'll see you real soon. Take care.